And in this video, I'll be discussing about the 11 chapters which you should definitely cover up and revise in your standard 12 if you aspire to give NEET 2025 and you are in standard 12. This video is especially for the standard 12 students. Let's start off with biology first. Cover up all the botany chapters, because botany chapters of standard 11 have got a lot of examples to focus on, have got a lot of features to focus on. Okay, like plant and animal kingdom, definitely the chapters of morphology and anatomy, and then the chapters of human physiology, which is definitely of zoology, and these chapters, like that entire human physiology unit must be completed. Now talking about the other leftover chapters which you have got, you can cover those up after your boards get over, or if you feel like in biology there are certain other chapters which trouble you a lot, cover those up as well. Now this revision must include reading, like thoroughly, do not leave anything. It's not a casual reading. Read everything properly, do written revisions just once, because it's a revision, right? It's most probably the second last revision which you're gonna have. And definitely practice diagrams, look into the labelings of the diagrams, prepare as if you'll be ready for your exam right after the revision is done. Alright, many manage 11th and 12th together. If you didn't do it, I think this is the time when you should definitely focus on those as well. Now getting on to physics. I have listed few chapters of physics and I'll tell you why. Firstly, let me list those chapters down. NLM, Newton laws of motion, then rotation, thermal properties and thermodynamics, then I've got gravitation, SHM, motion in a plane. Now, why did I choose these chapters? Like, there are other chapters which are also important, right? Like, for example, the chapter of units and measurements. There may be at least 2 to 3 questions from that chapter as well, and that's a very important chapter when we are considering standard 11 syllabus. But the reason is that these chapters have numerous formulas and various concepts to be covered, which would take a lot of time. Now after boards, you'll be having really quick revision, less time left and more of syllabus to be covered. So I want you to cover those chapters first right now, which require a lot of time to cover up. And since you have come a long way from standard 11th, you have a high tendency of forgetting or losing that pace with which you used to practice those chapters. Now for physics revision, definitely practice sums. At least 50 sums per chapter must be practiced of physics in this revision. Because for physics, you only have 2 things. Like firstly, your sum practice and then revising your formulas. So prepare the formula sheets and go through the formula sheets thoroughly. Okay, then getting on to chemistry. Talking about chemistry, inorganic chemistry used to trouble me a lot. So, and also for organic chemistry, I never paid attention to organic chemistry NCERT, like up till really late. Because look, organic chemistry, I mainly used to focus on the notes of my teachers and the MCQs which I used to practice of my coaching institute worksheets. Because I used to think that organic chemistry of standard 11 would easily be covered up in those. But later I discovered that if you read the NCERT, now you're going to discover a lot of other things. So definitely go for that one, NCERT reading. And you've only got 2 chapters of organic chemistry. That is firstly the basic principles chapter and secondly hydrocarbons. Physical chemistry sums must also be practiced. So if I list those down, firstly, focus on organic chemistry NCERT and MCQs of the chapters like hydrocarbon and topics like IUPAC and isomerism. Okay, then go for the sheets of reactions of inorganic chemistry and those tests like the practical chemistry, practical inorganic chemistry tests. Then you have physical chemistry sums which need to be practiced. Right now, no need to focus a lot on the NCERT reading of physical chemistry. Just go for the sums right now, practice those. And the chapter of chemical bonding and molecular structure. That is also very important because you need to revise the topics of hybridization and the types of hybridization and the MCQs as well. Do not leave the MCQs. There are certain chapters of standard 11th which like need a revision, like they are a must. And starting from October, you'll be getting a lot of holidays. The students of standard 12 must have already reached to an end of their boards preparation and even NEET. Like I guess for most of the coaching institutes, you have gotten your physics, like the modern physics part must be left, or for chemistry and bio, the later parts. Like for bio chapters like organisms and populations, biodiversity and ecosystem. These are the chapters which are basically left, and many like teachers are mostly towards an end, and you guys must have also worked hard throughout your standard 12. And you might tend to notice that you are forgetting standard 11th bit by bit. This is the time which you should religiously devote to covering up your standard 11th and pace with your standard 12 slowly as well. points which I must mention, which will be very much required, not just right now but also later on. That is, prepare formula sheets, prepare your reactions sheet, prepare your examples sheet for biology, and revise these on a daily basis, alternatively. Like today, if you think of revising the formula sheet of physics, then tomorrow you can think about going for the example sheet of biology, and maybe the day after tomorrow you can think about doing the chemistry sheet of reactions, right? This revision, you can hardly get it done up till December or maybe few days into January, because after that you need to put your focus into boards. You cannot mess up your boards as well. Later on, when you are done with your boards, you need to you need to first revise the chapters which you left behind here, fill up those gaps, and then definitely then you need to go for a bulk revision, like of the entire syllabus alongside your test giving. Definitely full tests, maybe daily, or you can also give alternative tests as well, like alternative day. Every alternative day have to be a grantor's day. So this is all which I've got for this video, and maybe later on I'll make a video on how to focus on revision, like quick revision, and how you can complete your revision fully in the last month as well. Thank you.